We've got some very nice veal fillets here, and we're going to add to that some mushrooms. Now, I like to use different types of mushrooms. So I've got some normal chestnut mushrooms, and I've got some shiitake mushrooms, which are going to add tremendous depth to this dish. We also need some onions or shallots, so we're using some red onions today, sour cream, and white wine. There's often a lot of confusion about how to clean mushrooms before you use them. Some people put them under the tap. I'd say never do that, because mushrooms absorb anything that you put in, and absorbing water is just going to kill the dish. So really the best thing you need to do is just make sure that they're clean, and if you find any little bit of earth on them, just use a little paper towel and wipe them off, just like that. Then we're going to slice our mushrooms. Really, go for it as you want. There's no fine rules here. I'm going to make them medium. And as you can see, I'm mixing the two mushrooms together because they're going to cook more or less at the same time. Then we're going to chop our onion, and that's going to be the first thing to go in our pan. Our onions are ready now. They've been cooking for about 3 or 4 minutes. So let's add the mushrooms to the pan. And this is a good time to turn the fire up a little bit, because once the mushrooms start to cook, they'll release their juices and add so much flavour. We can also add the wine at about this point. I'm going to add a really good slug of it. And turning the fire up will burn most of the alcohol off it anyway, so it won't make it taste too strong. Let's give it a little stir and leave it to cook for another 3 or 4 minutes. Well, this is a good time to add a little squeeze of tomato puree. That's just going to add colour and a little bit more depth to our dish. Give it a good stir. And now you want to turn the fire up because we're going to add the meat. Now generally, when you cook a dish that's got meat fillets in it, we would always say, seal the meat first. That is, cook it with the oil, take it out, and then add your vegetables. But in this particular case, because veal doesn't take very long at all to cook, you don't really need to do that. And what we really want to do is get the flavour of the sauce cooking straight away with this lovely meat, which is really only going to take a few minutes to cook. So let's add the pieces in. Give it a very good stir. Just to make sure that all the flavours are going together very well. And we're going to cover it and leave it for a few minutes. Oh, well, that's ready now. And for the last part of our dish, we're going to add the sour cream. Again, give it a good stir. The thing to remember about sour cream is that it's still cream, and if you heat it too quickly on a too high heat, it will split. So turn your fire down and give it another 5 minutes on a gentle heat,